As we all know a lot about planet Mars, and in this movie, we see that life has become possible on it. Along with air, there is also water, meaning life has become possible in every way. But the worst part is that this planet is dying with time. On this Mars, there is a city called Zodanga. The people here, meaning Zodanga's military, want to kill the people of Mars. There, we are also shown a city named Helium. For a long time, Helium has been bravely fighting against Zodanga. Finally, one day, a war breaks out between the militaries of both cities, and then 3 men come flying towards Zodanga, among whom the leader's name was Seda. Seda gives them a power as a weapon. This power is very fast, after which Seda is told to the king that you will rule this planet. If you do as we tell you. Hearing this, he agrees to their terms. Actually, Seda had such powers that he was capable of taking anyone's form and could easily go to any planet. From here, we are directly shown planet Earth, our home. There, we see a man named John Carter. John Carter goes to a post office and writes a letter to his nephew, telling him to come as soon as possible. "I want to meet you," he writes. We see that an unknown person was keeping an eye on John Carter there. After posting the letter, John Carter leaves. When his nephew receives the letter, he immediately sets out to meet his uncle. Upon arriving, he learns that his uncle, John Carter, has suddenly passed away. He goes to the room where John Carter's dead body was, and it was a room that could only be opened from the inside. Here, John Carter's man tells him that they have not buried his dead body because John Carter's last wish was not to be buried but only to be left in an open coffin. After this, the man gives John Carter's nephew a diary that belonged to John Carter. The man says that only my nephew will read this diary. In that diary, John Carter had written that you used to believe all the stories I told you when you were a child, but now you are grown up. That's why you should also believe this story that I am about to tell you. And he starts reading that diary, in which it was written that about 13 years ago, I was searching for a cave made of gold. But the colonel's men catch him and make him a prisoner. Actually, they all wanted John Carter to join them. But then enemy soldiers arrive there and attack the colonel's soldiers. But John Carter and the colonel escape from there and hide in a cave. This was the same cave that John Carter was searching for, meaning the gold cave, and the entire cave was filled with gold. Suddenly, a man appears there. He suddenly attacks John Carter and tries to kill him, but John Carter kills him instead. It turns out that the man was a companion of Seda. When John Carter kills that man, he takes a device from his neck and activates it, which starts glowing with a blue light, and he very slowly says, "Barsoom." After the man dies, John Carter takes that device from him, and John Carter also says, "Barsoom." As soon as he says this, John Carter also disappears and comes to a very large desert. Here, John Carter can't understand anything about how he came here, and he was able to make big jumps here. Actually, he is currently on planet Mars, meaning Barsoom, because he had said Barsoom into that device. And due to less gravity here, he was able to run by making big jumps. But he had no idea that he had come to Barsoom, meaning planet Mars. Some people on that planet see him making such big jumps, and those people come to John Carter. John Carter says, "I am from Virginia, and my name is John Carter." So those people misunderstand John Carter's name as Virginia. Hearing this name, their leader does not kill John Carter because he had seen him making big jumps. These people catch John Carter and take him to their tribe, and the device through which John Carter came here, their leader picks up that device. Further, we see that Zodanga and Helium were fighting in the skies. The king of Helium knew very well that the king of Zodanga had Navalite, which no one could compete with. No one could win against him. The king of Zodanga tells the king of Helium, "I want to marry your daughter. And if that happens, I promise that I will not harm your tribe in any way." Hearing such a thing, the king of Helium agrees to marry his daughter to the king of Zodanga. But the princess was not at all ready for that marriage. That's why she was secretly running away from everyone. Down below, the Tharks tribe was also watching all this, and they wanted both tribes to fight and die so that they could rule Mars. While running, the princess is about to fall from the plane when John Carter sees her through binoculars and saves the princess by making his long jumps. The king of Zodanga, seeing this, was about to attack John Carter with Navalite when Seda tells him, "Don't do that, I want this man completely safe." The king of Zodanga was about to catch John Carter when suddenly the Tharks below start firing at them. That's why the people of Zodanga have to run away to save their lives. Seeing this, the Tharks become very happy that they have won the war. The Tharks wanted John Carter to fight for them, but he flatly refuses. The Tharks start saying, "If you don't fight for us, we will kill this girl," meaning the Princess of Helium. That's why, unwillingly, John Carter agrees to this. Here, the princess starts asking John Carter, "How can you make such big jumps?" He says, "I don't know anything about how I am able to do all this. I am just looking for my gold mine." Here, John Carter comes to know from the princess that he is not on planet Earth at all but has come to planet Mars. Hearing this, John Carter is quite surprised. But the princess does not believe him at all that he has really come from Earth. That's why the princess starts asking him, "How did you come to this planet from so far away?" Then John Carter shows the princess the device through which he had come here, and that device is now with the leader of the Tharks. After this, we see that John Carter, along with the princess and a Thark lady, all three go to a place. There, they learn about a holy river, and they also see a wall through which John Carter could go back to his Earth. From here, all three move forward towards their destination. On the way, John Carter comes to know that the girl is none other than the Princess of Helium, who has run away and come here because she did not want to marry the King of Zodanga. From here, they directly reach their destination. As soon as they arrive there, strange changes start happening in that place. They place that strange device on the strange ground near John Carter, which causes the ground to start changing. Here, they all see that these are paths to go from one planet to another, and there are also some words that have to be spoken along with that device. When these people are reading those words, Seda suddenly arrives there with some of his soldiers. Seda, while ordering his companions, says, "Catch that girl," meaning the princess, and John Carter too. The princess is caught and sent back to Helium, and John Carter is also caught. And the Thark lady who had come with them had hidden somewhere nearby, and because of this, she is saved. In the palace, the princess calls for John Carter. John Carter is surprised to learn that the princess is now marrying the King of Zodanga. Parrot Homes here. Get this video views and we'll drop the next part.